All right, Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Shem Yahushua by Hashem Rakah HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule and teach well. Peace and blessing to Yah and pushing his truth throughout the four winds. As you can see, the video is entitled, Don't Forget Your Path. And the meaning for the title is the path that we're walking on is spiritual. We can tend to look at things physically and try to walk on that path. Okay, for example is like, let's say the Lord has something set up spiritually and you know this is the way you're supposed to be walking, but the physical of what you see is right before you. And now you'll know in your mind how you're supposed to be walking spiritually, but physically you're like, that wouldn't. But we have to know not to forget the path that we're supposed to be walking on. We should know ultimately this is faith. We should trust in Yahweh Shem Yahushua, okay? Because you want to naturally walk that way, because you don't want it to be to where your hand is forced to walk that way. You're going to walk that way. It's like a mule. You try to pull him a certain way and he's stubborn, but you know you're going to walk this way. Otherwise, it's going to be consequences for not walking that way. Okay? So don't forget your path. Okay? Keep it spiritual and let things work themselves out through Yahweh Shem Yahushua. All right? I'm in the book of James. It says, "Wherefore, my beloved brethren, let every man be swift to hear, slow to speak, slow to wrath." Okay? Now, one thing we have to understand is that you're going to be under the rule of someone. Okay? That person is in the spirit. They're supposed to be in the spirit. And for the most part, they're going to be in the spirit. Okay? So by that person being in the spirit, listen. Okay? Listen. All right? Be swift to hear, quick to hear what they're saying, because if you're moving in faith, you know this man or these men were set up to give instructions on how you should be maneuvering and what ways you should be walking. Okay? Slow to speak. Okay? Obviously, these men were set up to give you instructions for the purpose of you listening and taking heed to that advice. Because these men that were set up, and the Lord just had them put up in that situation, in the situation to where they were your lead. He knows that his spirit is going to have that person lead you the way he wants you to go. That's your path. Okay? That's your path. All right? It's like the sincere milk. That's your path. All right? Slow to wrath. When something doesn't go your way, you're not supposed to pop off and get angry because it's not what your flesh really wants. Okay? We got to move ourselves to the side. That's one thing that's hard for some people to do, is move themselves to the side, because they'll automatically think, well, the Most High dealing with me now. Okay, well, why did he have a man set up over you to give you what he wanted you to do? It's a thing called order. Okay? And if you're in order and you're moving in the mind frame of having faith of the Lord's going to guide you, what happened? Just look at Moses. Just look at all the great men that Yahweh Shem Yahushua used. So it was always a man set up over a congregation to lead them. Okay? So now we're basically under one big church, but we have little churches broken off in each state. Okay? And over those churches, you have men that were set up to get the same way with Apostle Paul. Those epistles went out. This is how you're supposed to lead. It's the same way now. But now our epistles are through the internet. Okay? It says, this is a precept, Ecclesiastes 5:1. It says, keep thy foot when thou goest to the house of the Lord, and be more ready to hear than to give the sacrifice of fools, for they consider not that they do evil. And if you're in camp, you can give all the rhetoric and things you think you know, but you weren't set up to be in this position of leading. Okay? Because the spirit of the person that's supposed to be leading you, or that's leading you, it's of Yahweh Shem Yahushua when it's in spirit and in truth. Okay? So you don't get off on the foot of, well, I'm going to tell you how it goes. That's not how it's set up. Keep in mind, bro, do not forget your path. Okay? You got to keep in mind, the path that you're walking was full of trees, was full of sticker bushes, briar patches, and things of that nature. Someone had to go through and clear that out so you can walk that path. That means they went through some heavy shit. So when you came through that path, the way was made easier for you. Okay? But don't forget the path. You can't veer off and try to cut down bushes and make your own route. All right? You cannot veer off and try to make your own path and veer off. Okay? The path is set. The straight and narrow path. Okay? So, Salakia. All right. It says, be not rash with thy mouth, and let not thine heart be hasty to utter anything before the Most High. For the Most High is in heaven, and thou upon earth. Therefore let thy words be few. So, you got to understand, bro, it's not of you to be bucking up and going in on the person that was set up to lead you. Okay? Alpha male spirits and egos need to be set to the side, bruh. I remember one of the elders in the Dallas camp, I had one of the brothers in camp, the younger brothers, talk to him, and his exact words were, you're going to be doing a lot of shutting the fuck up. And that's real, because you're basically, your hard drive has been cleared of the things of this world. So everything that's written on your hard drive is leading you on a path. So you just chill out and you let that path take course, and you walk that path. Okay? Let thy words be few. Just chill. You're in a good position. You know what I'm saying? You're going to go through your trials and tribulations, but someone walked this path before you, and they're going to give you the ins and outs of what you need not do, or what you need to do. It's going to make your walk that much easier. Not saying it's all going to be easy, but it's not going to be as hard as the people that came before you, because they were set up to go through fleshly things to where they can teach you and show you what you need not to do. So when you walk on that path, it's basically, you're just passing down perfection, if you will. Keep in mind, if I went through something, it's my responsibility through Yahweh Shem Yahushua to pass that down to my children. Now, I can show them all the mistakes I made. They're going to make their own. But it's their job when they pass it down to do the same thing. Tweak this, tweak that through the Spirit, to eventually it getting to the point of when they give it to their children, it's going to be perfected. Okay? That's all we're doing. We're just basically righting all the wrongs of what we do. Okay? Just watch your children around Christmas time. They don't be looking for nothing because they know it's pagan. Even though the people in school tell them certain things, but they just know it's pagan. All right? So it's a thing of becoming perfected. That's the path. 20. For the wrath of man worketh not the righteousness of the Most High. You know why? Because you're trying to walk in your own lane when it wasn't set up by the Most High for it to be that way. Your lane is to follow your lead. Okay? Follow counsel. All right? That's your lane. But your wrath, by you trying to make your own path, is telling you right here, it's not working. That's not how the Most High had it set up. Yahweh Shem Yahshua didn't have it set up for you to walk your own path. Otherwise, he would have woke you up first, and things would be in a different, in a different manner. All right? This is Sirach 20:6. It says, some man holdeth his tongue because he hath not to answer, and some keepeth silence, knowing his time. A wise man will hold his tongue till he see opportunity, but a babbler and a fool will regard no time. So you will be considered a wise person when you know it's time for you to speak. Okay? Not just babbling, blah, blah, blah. This is me. This is how I feel. This is my lane. I'm going to do what I want to do. The Lord don't need men like that. Okay? You have to know how to be abased and abound. You have to understand that this walk is not about you. It's not even about the men that set up over you. It's all about Yahweh Shem Yahshua. Okay? But we have to understand this. And that path is set up through the Spirit to do just that. 21. It says, wherefore lay apart all filthiness and superfluity of naughtiness, and receive with meekness the engrafted word, which is able to save your souls. So you have to put away that I'm going to do my own thing. I'm going to walk my own path. And what's engrafted or engraved that's already inside of you to be in subjection to the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahshua through that leader that was set up for you, to basically get yourself out of this place. Okay? That's how you're going to get out of here. First of all, you have to be called and chosen for that, but that's the thing. You're giving yourself a chance when you follow the Spirit and not just move on your own. That's moving recklessly. Okay? 22. But be ye doers of the word and not hearers only, deceiving your own selves. So if you're doing the word, and the word is of Yahweh Shem Yahshua, and the word of Yahweh Shem Yahshua is on this person to lead you, that's you being a doer. That's you walking that path that was set up for you to walk. Because if you don't, guess what? You're leading yourself, and you're leading yourself to death and destruction. Okay? Deceiving your own selves. You're deceiving yourself thinking you can do this on your own. That you don't need to pray to Yahweh Shem Yahshua for guidance, for counsel. You're just deceiving yourself. Okay, this is Matthew 24:46. It says, blessed is the servant whom his Lord, when he cometh, shall find so doing. So It's a record that's going up on everyone, especially the men in the truth. It's a record going up every day. Is he following the way he needs to be following? When my spirit speaks, is he listening? Or is he bucking up? Or is he scoffing? Okay? It's a record of all that. All right? 23. For if any be a hearer of the word and not a doer, he is like unto a man beholding his natural face in a glass. Now you're looking at yourself. You know how you look. Okay? For he beholdeth himself and goeth his way, and straightway forgetteth what manner of man he was. This is people that don't do the word and walk the path of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. You once knew it. You looked at your face, but it's basically telling you you knew the path. You understood the path. Okay? But it became to where you wanted to do your own thing. And what happened? You forgot yourself. You forgot the path that you're supposed to be walking on. All right? It says, like, forgetteth what manner of man he was. If any man among you seem to be religious and bridleth not his tongue, control his mouth, control what he speaks, controls how he moves, but deceiveth his own heart, this man's religion is vain. You know why? Because he's doing it on his own. He's not following the Spirit. He's doing this thing on his own. You have a lot of people that maneuver like this. A lot of people maneuver like this to where they think they have it all under control and they do what they want to do. It doesn't work like that. You have to fall into the spirit and power of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua in spirit and in truth. Otherwise, you're deceiving yourself. Okay? And what you believe in is vain. It's vanity. Pure religion. Pure religion is and undefiled before the Most High and the Father is this: to visit the fatherless and widows in their affliction, and keep himself unspotted from the world. That's pure, because now what you're doing is you're following the path of righteousness, okay? And the spirit of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, that's how you're walking and that's how you're maneuvering. You're not doing things on your own, okay? It's a custom that's set up through the spirit and power of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, and that's how you're walking, okay? Hope this is edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, B'Shem Rakah HaKodash. Double honors to the apostle, Nails the Great Millstone. Peace and blessing to you. I can push the truth throughout the four winds. Till next time, Shalom.